grab your own wallet behind your seat? Step out of the vehicle and grab your wallet behind your seat.
Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about public recording, something that should be simple but often turns into a big deal. We'll look at how using your rights can sometimes clash with what people expect, leading to some tense and interesting moments. We'll break down real interactions with the public and police to see how standing up for your rights plays out in everyday situations. It's all about finding the balance between personal freedom and public reactions. So let's dive in and see what happens when you exercise your rights in public.
What's wrong with the directions that I'm giving you? Step out of the vehicle.
Okay.
And grab your wallet behind your seat. What's wrong with the directions that I'm giving you? Is your wallet behind here?
Yeah.
Okay. Please grab your wallet so you can identify yourself. Any weapons in the vehicle?
Oh,
Anything
yes.
like that?
Yes, definitely.
Like what?
Weapons.
Okay, like what? Sir, what kind of weapons are in
I have
the
my
vehicle?
license in the front.
Oh, so it's in the front now. Okay. Is that your wallet? All right, let's step over here to my car, please. Is there a reason for two phones? Are you recording?
Yeah.
Are you recording?
Doesn't matter if I'm recording.
I'd like an answer. You don't have
Well, it
anything
doesn't
from
matter what
Texas?
you like.
No?
I don't carry license from Texas.
So you're driving without a license from Texas. That's another
what?
violation. Driving without a license? Is this a license?
Can you read?
Do you understand English?
Can you read?
I can read.
Okay.
Do you have anything provided from the state of Texas for you to be operating a motor vehicle
So you're
on
saying
public roadway? I'm not done.
You're
on
saying
public roadway for the state of Texas.
let me talk.
I'm not done
Let
with
me
my
talk.
question.
You're saying I need a Texas driver's license to drive here.
Do you have one? Do you have one issued to you?
That's what I gave you. That's what I'm giving you.
I'm simply asking if you have one issued by the state of Texas.
I don't. That's why I use.
Okay. How many kids do you have in the vehicle?
Doesn't matter how many kids you have.
Okay. Is your date of birth February? Is there a reason why you gave me this and not your Texas driver's license?
No, what Texas. That's all I'm answering now.
So where are you coming from?
It doesn't matter where I'm coming from.
Sorry?
Yeah. For me, yes. Are you recording?
Yeah, I'm on. That's on. Everything's
That's
on.
good.
Okay. Just stay here and don't move, okay? Thank you.
She explained everything to you, sir?
I
No
mean,
shoes on today, huh?
huh? I usually carry shoes, but they were
Yeah.
drying, so
Yeah. I can't walk around barefooted.
me neither. So,
I
but
got
she,
tender feet.
for me to get out, I don't know why.
Okay.
She was being difficult.
My understanding is you said that when she asked you if you had any weapons in the car.
Any weapons in the vehicle?
Oh
Anything like
yes,
that?
yes, definitely. No, that was after she ordered me out.
But you're reaching around stuff like that, and you
No,
and
my-
you told
my-
her that there was tons of weapons in the car.
Tons of
Or
weapons.
what was the wording that you said?
So is she making stuff up now or what?
Everything's recorded, so it doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why you asked me why she was asking you out of the car. That's the reason. That's the reason that was given. Okay, so what she's going to do, she's going to write you some tickets for the traffic violations, and you
Some
get on
tickets?
your way. Okay. Well, I don't know which ones. Okay. That's what
I mean,
it's
she
about.
was following me since all the way over there. I wasn't committing any violations. I mean,
Yeah.
she just, I don't
Everything's
know.
on camera, so
This whole situation is frustrating because it shows how little some officers actually know about the laws they're supposed to enforce. The guy clearly had a valid international driver's license, which Texas law allows, but the cop acted like she had no idea about that. Instead of admitting she was wrong, she doubled down and tried to find other reasons to justify the stop, asking about weapons, questioning the filming, and making him step out of the car. That's intimidation, not law enforcement. Then Sergeant Hobbs shows up and does absolutely nothing to fix the situation, even when the citizen calls them out on their mistake. That's a big issue in policing. Officers don't correct each other, even when they know something is wrong. And let's talk about the citations. They gave him tickets even though he wasn't breaking the law, just so he'd have to waste time fighting them in court. That's straight up harassment. It's also wild how defensive they got when he questioned them. Instead of explaining things properly, they just kept throwing accusations and trying to make him look like the bad guy. This is why people don't trust the police. If officers don't even know the basic laws of their own state, how can they be trusted to fairly enforce them? This wasn't about public safety, it was about control. And that's a dangerous mindset for law enforcement.
And again, if you're recording me, I'm not disturbed or alarmed. But a grown man recording somebody else's children, that is disturbing and alarming.
So, I mean, I can understand how you're trying to convert it, but...
No, I'm not trying to convert anything.
Because the Supreme Court says...
The statute for disorderly conduct is a person acts in a manner that disturbs or alarms somebody. And if you, a grown man, are recording other people's children...
That's correct.
...in an area of the library that is specifically designated for children... a reasonable person would find that disturbing and alarming.
So the Supreme Court has ruled that you can't convert a constitutionally protected activity into a crime. You can't say, even though you have the right to do it, we can still arrest you if they feel some type of way. That's not going to hold up.
No, they have to. That's like the nature of a crime. You can go outside and you can scream at me from across the street telling me you're going to kick my ass. That's your free speech. But the minute you cross the street and stand in front of me and say you're going to kick my ass, that becomes assault, because
that's
you
correct.
place reasonably in fear of receiving a battery. I just converted free speech into a crime. So I think you're misinterpreting that rule.
Oh, absolutely not. Don't get me wrong. You can do whatever you want to do. No, don't get me wrong. Maybe I said it wrong. If you want to try to convert it into a crime, you can. But it's not going to hold up, is what I'm saying. So I can be arrested. I can be arrested. I can be arrested for everything right now. That doesn't mean I'm going to be convicted. I just told you.
So you were intimidated by a 5'2", 100-pound female? That's
armed, right? She's armed.
Okay, but again, so you were intimidated. You were intimidated by a 5'2", 100-pound.
In this situation, the individual is exercising their First Amendment right to record in a public space, which is well protected under U.S. law. The right to record public officials and activities, especially in public spaces like a library, is part of the broader right to free speech and expression. The key point here is that there is no obligation to provide identification or leave unless there's a reasonable suspicion of a crime. In fact, the refusal to show ID when not suspected of a crime is aligned with Fourth Amendment protections against unreasonable searches and seizures. The confrontation escalates when a staff member expresses discomfort with the recording, particularly in a children's area, which raises questions about privacy but does not override the right to film in public spaces unless laws are specifically violated. The officer's directive to leave or stop recording without providing legal justification seems more like an overreach than a lawful order. When the officer refuses to identify themselves, it undermines transparency and trust. Officers are required to provide their badge number and name upon request, especially when interacting with the public. The reluctance to do so can be seen as a failure to be accountable. Ultimately, the situation boils down to the balance between the right to record and the concerns about privacy or comfort of others. As long as no law is being broken, the individual has the right to be there and record, and any attempt to remove them without cause infringes on their constitutional rights.